Hey guys, it's Solid Snack here. Welcome back. Today, I'm doing a Let's Play of Metroid. And I'm in a new apartment right now, so it's a little weird, and I'm getting used to being in a new place. And working with new equipment. I'm going to turn my TV down real quick because, I need to. So I'm going to start a new game, and we'll see how this goes. So, as with the last recording of Kingdom Hearts, I have a new microphone, so everything's kind of new right now, and I'm figuring out how to use new equipment, and, well, the audio mic's going to be in this new recording space, so it might be a little weird at first, but I'll figure it out. So, there's nothing the power of editing can't do if you put enough time and effort into it, and this is Metroid. So starting off, we're going to go here and get a legendary Morph Ball. So, you see, we can't really get out the way we came, because we can't jump high enough. I'm just not good enough at this game. But now that we have that, if we press down, we turn to a nice little ball, and we can just move around all happy-like. So, it's time here that we'll just beat up these little, I think Gamers are what they're called. It's a cute little game, it's a fun game, but, you might be wondering, why Metroid, Matthew? Why... Out of every game you could possibly play, why this old NES Metroid game? And for that answer, I don't know. Honestly, it was just something I kind of felt like doing. I really do like the Metroid series. This isn't a game I have any nostalgia for, or grew up with, or none of that jazz. But I think it's a really cool game, like historically, and it started a franchise that I really enjoy. And I kind of want to get into tackling the Metroid series on this channel, so I figured, I might as well go and, try my luck at playing the first one and kind of play the games in chronological order, timeline-wise. So lucky for us, the Metroid one is the first Metroid game in the timeline, so it really works out chronologically in both senses of the word. If I go further with the Metroid series, definitely the second game I'm going to play is Zero Mission, which is the remake of this. And, there's a nice little discussion to be had there about, what Zero Mission changes and how it changes the atmosphere of the game. Because this one definitely has a very, dark atmosphere. It's kind of foreboding at times and ridiculously difficult, but, it's one of those things that grew into something great over time. So, well, you're going to see me do that a lot. I'm not a Metroid master, as one might say, but, so I will end up falling down, these giant shafts that are here because I'm not a perfect gamer. But, for now, we've got some slight work to do. So, we're going to head on up till we see a door on the right. We can keep going up and see a door on the left, but there's nothing there for us now. There's something that's, interesting lore-wise, but we still can't even get to that now. So, I'll try to check it out before we actually need to see it, just, because it gives us a goal for this game. It's something to work towards. It's one of the, those NES games oh, you need something special to get through here. And, well, we gotta work towards something special. So this is a cool little transition room. There's not many of these, actually, that look like that. I think it's the only one room that looks just like that, if I remember. And it's just kind of interesting. So, we're going to have to go down from here and get our ass beat, and hopefully that'll go well. And it did. I only got hit once on the way down, so that's nice. So I'm gonna drop past here, shoot that, and you start off with only 30 health in this game, so you've got to really work towards getting your health up at the very beginning, so that you can really tackle the challenges this game has, because it can be a bit of a rude boy starting off, and it can be a little punishing. And you could just run into things like Dungus. And these enemies are really nice because they spawn infinitely and they'll drop refills on your health ad infinitum, and they'll have another function in just a second. So let's get that started. So one last gamer right here, and these blocks, just so that you know, are breakable with your shot, but we don't need to break them because now you can just jump over them. And we just got the missiles. So with the missiles, now you got big boy stuff. So if you press a certain button, oh, that's a select button. Yeah, I can shoot a missile, and that's a waste of a missile. But these guys, killing enemies can give you more missiles. So I can get either health from these guys, like that, or missiles, which I need another one because to open up any door it costs 5 missiles. Well, any missile door costs 5 missiles. And there we go, 5 missiles. And we're doing okie day. Oh boy. That was just a little frustrating, but that's fine. That wasn't too bad. Now, there's lots of things in this game where enemies can hit you while you transition through doors, and that can be really cheap at times. It's one of those... I don't think it's purposeful, it's just the byproduct of, oh, we're going to put the enemies in this room like this, it's going to be cool, and then it's like, oh, I just got cheesed. And there's a lot of... At least I hope it's unintentional, because that'd just be really rude. That'd just be really rude. But also, I guess sometimes you just can't help but get hit, you know? Talk shit, get hit, you know? Now, we're here, and we just got our missiles, so we need to go get the long beam. So now that we have that, we can head towards the long beam. So we're going to go back over here, and if you don't know what the long beam does, we'll look at our shot, and you can figure it out. I believe in you, you know? So, I don't know. Like, I guess I should talk about, you know, my history with Metroid, because it's a series I do have a history with. It was, you know, for a lot of people, like myself, it was my first speedrun I ever watched. Not of this one, but, it not actually of the popular speedrun game, Metroid, Super Metroid, but it was Metroid Fusion, actually, which is, kind of special to me. It was also my first Metroid game, and I was just like, oh, games can be played fast? There's just so much I learned from this, you know, the series. And I remember, I think Metroid Fusion wasn't my first, actually. Metroid Prime 3 was my first. Fusion was the first I beat. Because I actually still haven't beaten Prime 3 to this day, because, I don't know, when I was younger, I just stopped playing it for some reason, and I just never picked it back up. It was one of those nice little things. So, like we see, we have this red little door. 5 missiles, it opens. And I also like this nice little song that's playing on here. It's kind of eerie, mysterious, and it has a weird tone to it, you know. Like, it creates an interesting atmosphere, but it always leads to something good. So, despite it sounding like a little bit ominous, it really isn't that ominous. And now, as you can see, we got the long beam. Ain't that nice? So there's a lot of enemies that would be annoying that we can cheese now from afar. Oh, and that's something interesting. You just turned around. Oh, pardon me. And yeah, these enemies are really annoying. So one of the things you have to think about when you deal with them is that they won't go back up until you jump. So you gotta kind of force them into moving in a pattern that you want. So at least it's exploitable, but it can still be really annoying to deal with on the first time. So we're going to work our way up here. I need some missiles to get to this door up here. So if I don't get missiles, then, I mean, I don't want to waste too much time. I really don't want to waste too much time. Come on, man. And, you know, this game does have some grinding at parts where you're like, oh, whenever you get a game over, per se, you start with 30 HP, and that's like, oh, well, thanks, man. It doesn't matter how many health upgrades you get or whatever, you're just like, you're stuck with it. And I need one more. Is there nothing up here? Nope, of course not. That'd be kind. Okay. Oh no. It's just not happening, is it? It's cool, it's cool. We'll just wait. Thanks, man. And I guess I'm gonna have to make my way up and down the shaft a little bit because the game hates me! You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna just talk about Metroid and show how cool it is, because it is kind of a cool NES game. It has lots of goddamn flaws, that's for fucking sure, because it's just... There's so much of it that's kind of like cryptic where to go, it's got some, you know... It's got some jank to it, and a lot of, like, really repetitive room settings, but it really was something special for the time, and, you know, that's something... Games like this you have to take with a little bit of a grain of salt. You can't just be like, oh, this game sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it has some sucky parts about it, but it's got things I enjoy about it. And I think that's something I want to talk pretty in depth in at a later point of, you know, my opinion of NES games. I think that'd be interesting because, well, I think it's because I think I'm interesting. But I don't know. Ow, ow. Well. Oh, I just want missiles, man. So, I guess here is going to be our first cut because this is taking way too long, so I'll see you back when I have missiles. Or die. I'm probably not going to die. I don't want to jinx that. Alrighty then, you know, I try to be nice. I try to be nice to this game and be like, oh, I want to show this room that, you know, gives a little bit of lore, but it just doesn't want to give me a missile drop. It absolutely does not. I've been here for freaking 6 minutes, and I've gotten like 1,000,000 health drops at fucking full health. Not anymore. But I guess, you know, it's just fate. So, you know what? I made a promise I was going to let you guys see that before, you know, we have to go to the end of the game. Well, too bad. I'm disappointed, and so are you, baby. Yeah, I'm kidding. Like we'll see it eventually. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's not like, oh, it's gonna blow your mind. It's just some statues of the bosses we got to beat, and you're gonna be like, oh, I guess we gotta beat those bosses. So we're heading on over this way, and we got these little jelly bean boys. They're not actually that hard to dodge. I don't know why I even got hit by that just there. Really. Well, it's too late now. Made up my mind. We're going. Not stopping. This fun bus ain't turning the fuck around, baby. Now, let's go. Dude, I was just sitting there for freaking 6 minutes, 7 minutes straight and being like, oh, I'm gonna do it. No. I really like this room. It's one of my favorites. You stop that. That ain't cool, dude. Like, buddy. Alright, that's fine. There we go. I'm just dying over here is all. It's not that big of a deal that I'm losing health, and you'll see why momentarily. That's the smart way to do it. Because they always come up at the end, and it's kind of awkward, and come on, man. Just stop that. So one of the things is that you can actually intentionally cause lag with bullets to help you, like, time things better, and I think that's hilarious. But right here we got our first E-tank, and that gives us an extra, doubles our health for right now, and we get fully healed. So now that we got that E-tank, we need to go, where do we need to go, actually? We need to go back to the right. Oh, well, I messed this one up real bad. Not back to the right. I need to continue going right. Yeah, I got that health tank, baby. Okay. Without that health tank, I would have just been dead right now because I was just an idiot who just freaking fell in the lava and just sat there. I'm so smart. Oh. Oh. Excuse me? This is what happens when you're going at Big Ugranu mode. You become too smart to really care about taking damage from lava. You're like, I'm just gonna die anyways, because I'm gonna death warp to get out of areas that I don't want to be in. Yeah, see, that's right. Whenever you die in the game, you get sent back to the spawn point of that area, or the entranceway, the last elevator you took or something. So, with that type of ordeal, we're going to have to get hit by that guy, you know, there's going to be points where you get really deep into a place, you've done everything there is to do, and getting out's a pain. And you'll just kill yourself so that you can get out easy. I got a little too close to that guy, but he's pretty... you can snipe him from afar if you're, you know, smart. So you can kind of exploit him to move down in a way that you want. But it's just... and sometimes it's just better to run underneath them. They're not too big of a deal, especially when they're coming at you. You can just run under them before they can swoop in at you, which is real nice. And I want to take care of these guys before I start firing at this door, because this gives us a really important upgrade. And it is the Morph Ball Bomb. So you can use that to get some height. It can break certain blocks that only it can break. Nothing here though. Though in future Metroid games, rooms like this, when you get like the Morph Ball Bomb, you're gonna be like, oh, I can go through here and then blow this up. And there's a lot of Metroid trends in secret hiding, so that's really cool. But you know, I think for now we got we got pretty well equipped for right now, and we really have ran through like a good majority of the first area. It's kind of short and kind of, I mean, it's long, but there's not a lot of density to it, so it's easy to kind of like get through very simply. So if you liked what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Metroid. No subtitles. Peace out.